He OD'd in front of me, and I could hear my ex-partner walking through the hallway, but it was the way he was walking, it was like he was shuffling along the carpet, and I knew instantly something was wrong. And he sort of stumbled through the door, and as he did, he hit the light switch, but he was spinning around as well. So automatically, I've jumped out of bed, started like screaming, what's going on, what's going on? As he span, he's hit his head off a unit. So by the time I've got to him, he's bleeding everywhere, and he's on the floor and he's fitting, and I could see like the froth and all that coming to his mouth and everything. So straight away I knew he's overdosed. I could see, I mean, his lips were already blue and they were puffed out. His face was already grey. So I don't know how long he'd been sitting in the living room like it. So I managed to find the naloxone because we kept one in each room. I grabbed it from underneath the bed. Because there was blood all over my hands, been trying to like grab his head and stop the bleeding, it was slipping, trying to get it undone. So that was making me shake, and I was panicking even more. And because he was spitting, it was making me proper panic. As I was getting this undone, at the same time, I'm trying to dial 999, and I've got him on speakerphone, and he's making a lot of noise, and he's kicking the unit with the fitting, and I'm panicking, and they're trying to get me to like calm down. And at the same time, I'm still trying to get into this naloxone. I've eventually got into it. I've put the needle and things on, and I've put, because there's black lines to where you need to push the first bit into, then if they don't come round, you're supposed to push it to the next black line. Well, I put it in his leg, I pushed to the first black line. He was still, it wasn't fitting as bad by then, but he still wasn't coming round. After probably a minute, I just panicked, and I took the rest of it and I put it into his arm, and I just put the whole lot in. By this time, the ambulance had come to us. They were running up the stairs. They were there within a matter of minutes, a couple of minutes. When they come up and sort of sat up as they were running upstairs, and as they were coming in the bedroom door, because I shouted to him that we're in here, as they were coming in the bedroom door, he's like sort of jumped up. I think he's got a fright, and he started to run around the room.
What state was he in when he woke up from overdose?
Incoherent. He was sort of babbling, and he was like he was panicking that these people were coming near him. So I was trying to have to calm him down. Eventually he did. I was panicking because I knew I'd put the whole lot of the naloxone into him, and I thought I'd done something wrong. So I asked the ambulance, I just put the whole lot in. I said, I don't know if I've damaged him. I said, I've just panicked. And he's like, no, you're fine. He said, it's not going to do him any damage. You should have really put it to each black line. He says, but you're fine. You've basically saved his life. He's all right. But yeah, it was a really scary experience with him bleeding and all that as well. I mean, because he was fitting and his head was moving a bit, the blood was just going everywhere. And I think because obviously his heart was racing, the blood was just, so that made it even more dramatic and scary. And with him fitting, it was really scary. It was, and the froth and all that coming from there. I honestly thought, like, this was it. He wasn't going to, if he did even survive this one, I didn't think he was going to be right, with the smack to the head and the way his body was fitting. I just didn't think he was going to be 100%, which luckily he was. But yeah, it was dramatic, very dramatic, horrible. One of the worst experiences I've ever had to experience in my whole life.
What would you say to someone being trained to give nasal naloxone? Just
basically, I panicked. But I think I panicked because it was my partner. Like, you've just to try and keep as calm as possible. The more calm you are, the more you can think about what to do. I've always thought, like, why does the police not have what the ambulance have? Because in them few minutes, that could help somebody. It could save their life. And it's amazing that it's actually starting to progress that way. But yeah, somebody that's actually trained to do it, it's an amazing thing, especially the nasal. I've never heard of that until you said it. It's amazing what can be done, because without this, I mean, the first time it was just lucky enough, Chris, the ambulance come in time, because they said this, if they never got there within them few minutes, he wouldn't have survived. And it saves so many people's lives.